Hi everyone. So my dear learners, today we are going to learn about a topic and which is very important, especially in the physical geography. For our competitive examinations, if you see the previous question papers of NDA, CDS, other UPSC examination, many questions are asked out of the earthquake and the tsunami. So today we will see how the earthquake occurred, how many times when earthquake occurred, how many types of waves are created, what are the causes of the earthquake, and what is the effect of the earthquake one by one. First of all, we need to understand how the earthquake occurred. Actually, generally nobody cannot go in deep inside their house, haven't seen the directly. So there is some parameters to measure the earthquake also. Okay. So generally you can see an image on the board. The activity where earthquake occurred, it is called as a focus or hypocenter. Once again I repeat, the activity of the earthquake, which means the main point of the earthquake inside the earth occurred, the point is called focus or hypocenter here. Okay. So the earthquake occurred within the earth, but it is affected towards the different directions, especially on the surface of the earth. Why? Because most of the destruction damage happened on surface of the earth. Okay, when earthquake occurred, so what waves are created? There will be a vibration. When earthquake occurred, generally there will be a vibration within the earth. So that is the reason I think we have seen many videos of the earthquake of many countries. So generally the earthquake will shake like this. So at that time, what happened? What waves are created? Generally you see here, there are three types of the waves. When earthquake occurs, generally there are three types of waves are created here. One is the P waves, second one is the secondary waves, and third one is the surface or non-P waves. So before going to the topic, let's understand this image. Okay. The activity where earthquake activity occurs, which is the main point responsible for the earthquake, it is called as a focus or hypocenter. And the area which is perpendicular to focus is called as an epicenter here. Okay, focus and the epicenter. You can see when earthquake occurs, so the vibrations are created in different directions. So these vibrations are classified into the waves. Which waves? These are the waves. First, you have to see about the P waves. Okay. So when earthquake occurs, these waves are created, which is called as a P waves. So it has a more velocity. It has a maximum velocity here, and these are similar to sound waves. They will travel similar to the sound waves. They will travel faster, and they will pass through any medium, like about the crust, about the other layers of the earth. They will travel through. They can pass through solid and liquids also. This is about the P waves. Okay, we have one more name. It is called as a longitudinal waves. Okay, why? Why we call longitudinal waves? Because these are similar analog to the sound waves. So after the P waves, the second one we have secondary, or we have one more name also called as a transverse waves and also called as a S waves. So what about the S waves? The S waves, it has a velocity of 40% of the P waves. It has a less velocity than the P waves here, and they can pass through only solid medium. The S waves pass through only the solid medium. If you see about the P waves, they will travel through any medium, like liquids and solids within the earth. And next you see about the it is called as the surface phase or long period waves in waves. The most damage, most destruction happen because of these waves, which is also called as waves. Why? Because when the earthquakes happen, the vibrations come to the surface of the earth and hit the surface of the earth. So people are living here, properties are there, buildings are there. So most of the infrastructure getting damaged by this surface wave. Surface, what we call surface, earth surface, crust, it hit to the crust surface where we are living. So most of the damage happen. They affect only surface, most destructive. And one more thing, they will travel much of the distance. And these are the most destructive. The most damage happened by the surface waves. Opposite to the surface waves, one more waves we need to discuss, that is called as body waves. When earthquakes are created, you can see here, so this is a within the earth, and the epicenter, this is the surface. The surface waves are the hits here. So most of the damage occurred on the surface, and above the surface where we are living. And second one, these are within the earth. You can see remaining waves these are there. So they are within the earth. So these are called as body waves. Okay. And one more thing, how to measure it? How to measure the earthquake? So you know, just a few months back, there was a earthquake in Afghanistan. I think it recorded 6.9 magnitude on Richter scale. Okay. So what is the units of the Richter scale? It measures between 0 to 9. Okay. The scientists had developed many measurement units to measure the earthquake. Actually, there are 3 types of the scales. One is a Rose-Richter scale. So what's the measurement? It measures between 1 to 12 units. And second one, Mercalli scale. It is measured 12 units. And next one, Richter scale. Okay. Mostly, I think when you read the newspaper, whenever earthquake happened, okay, so they will measure with it. Will show Richter scale 0 to 9. Okay. So these are the scales which measure the earthquake. Actually, there is a word of studying of the earthquake is called as a seismology. Okay. So when the earthquake occurred, these are the seismic rocks. Okay. Seismic waves. These are called seismic waves. And it will measure on these are the scales. Next we will come to the causes. What are the causes of the earthquake? One is there is a natural causes and there is a artificial causes here. If you see natural causes here, generally, you know, the earth is so active. Okay, it is rotating, it is revolving around the sun, and sometimes you can see the volcanoes eruptions. When the volcano is erupted, generally heavy energy is created within the earth and neighboring areas. Okay, these are the natural earthquakes. What is the other reason? Artificial earthquakes. Whenever sometimes because of the human-made mistakes, the human beings they are because of the many mining activities and they are digging the earth, it is also responsible to the earthquake. So these are the natural and artificial earthquakes. And the best example we can take the Koyna dam incident happened in Maharashtra. We can take best example. Okay. So whenever the dam filled up with the more than its capacity, so then automatically the vibrations are created in the neighboring areas. So it causes the earthquake. This is the artificial earthquake. The Koyna dam incident happened in the Maharashtra. Next, is there any particular places within the earth so there is no effect of the earthquake? Yes, it is there. Actually, you know, the recent 2022 NDA paper 2, there was a question regarding this. What is that question? What is the shadow zone of the P and S waves? Which means the P waves and the S waves, there is no effect of the P and S waves in particular area in the earth. What is that region? One is 105 degrees to 140 and 105 to 105 opposite degrees of S waves. Okay, these are the P waves shadow zone and S wave shadow zone. What is the shadow zone? There is no effect of the vibrations, there is no effect of the earthquake within the earth. It is called as a shadow zone. Okay, these are the P waves and the S waves shadow zone. So now we will see distribution of the earthquake. In the whole world, every day, you know, there are thousands of the earthquake occur, but we don't know. But when we know the damage occurred on the surface of the earth, but where most of the earthquake occurred on the whole the planet Earth. One is which is called as circumpacific belt. The many earthquakes in the whole world occur in this belt. So you can see the countries like Chile, California, Japan, Philippines, Alaska. Here 63%, the 63% of the earthquake occurred in this region here, which is called as a circumpacific belt. What about the India? Where is India? Whether it is India in this belt? No. Luckily, we don't have in this belt. We are in mid-continental belt. Okay. So actually, 21% of the earthquake occurred in mid-continental belt. That is the reason, you know, the Japan is hit by the tsunamis and earthquake. The Japan is located in circumpacific belt. Okay. So I think we learned about the earthquake. Okay. So in the next video, we are going to learn about the tsunami here. Okay. So once again, we will revise what we have covered in this session. In this session, we covered activity of the earthquake, causes of the earthquake, distribution of the earthquake, and the measurement of the earthquake. How we measure the earthquake? You can see this is the activity of the earthquake, and this is the shadow zone, and you can see measurement. These are the scales to measure the seismology, and these are the causes and distribution of the earthquake. Finally, these are the types of the waves